Got to open another video for you guys. Back with another Los Angeles Clippers video for you guys. I uploaded my video today talking about the revelating news that happened last night about James Harden basically being revealed that that him and the Clippers were working together on a trade, and it looked like he was going to probably be traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But then you heard throughout the night that there were other things going on, like maybe some other teams had some interest and things like that. And then, dog, the moment I get in my car, I'm literally backing out, leaving work. Boom, do. Clippers and Cav has agreed to trade James Harden for Darius Garland and a second round pick. And the Clippers have made it official. Or, well, the Clippers haven't made it official, but the trade is locked in and it's official. James Harden will be going to Cleveland, and Darius Garland will be coming to the Clippers. What are my thoughts on the trade now that it's official? Even though technically you probably watched my video already, I'm going to try to keep this video short because I don't want to keep it as long. If you want to get my ultimate in-depth thoughts about the whole trade, go watch my the last video I made about the Clippers. Anyways, what are my thoughts on the trade? Look, I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. It needed to happen. The Clippers were going nowhere, and it's funny. I was in a Clipper space with other Clipper fans, and some Clipper fans were kind of in agreement with me, or mostly in agreement with me, and saying, "Look, dude, it just needed to happen." What, you're just gonna hold James Harden hostage, and what, James Harden's just gonna be doing the shit he does, where he starts kind of throwing a hissy fit? No. Just let him go, let him be traded, let him go elsewhere. You don't want him to be a problem in the locker room, like apparently Chris Paul was, and you don't want that to be lingering around the entire second half of the season. Let him go elsewhere. Let him go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers will probably pay him his 2-year, $80 million. And guess what? You're with Darius Garland, a much younger player who's 11 years younger than James Harden is. And guess what? You'll be freaking good. And your future is bright. And this is what I was saying. I was saying for the longest time, this team needs to finally accept reality. They need to start getting younger. They need to accumulate some picks. They did get a pick. Props to Lawrence Frank for once in his fucking life. They got a draft pick out of this. It's a second round draft pick, but look, you'll take it. Having a pick is better than having no picks. Now, I highly doubt the Clippers will just move off everybody, because if I'm me, I'm moving off of Kawhi, I'm moving off of Zubac, I'm blowing this whole operation up and starting anew. But mostly, I'd probably just trade Kawhi and a few of these other veteran pieces and get as many assets as you can in return. Now, if you can find a way to fleece a team and find a way to get multiple first-round picks, like we just saw earlier today, Jaren Jackson Jr. got traded to the Jazz for 3 first-round picks. Lord have mercy. But whatever. Look, I'm okay with this trade because it needed to happen. If James Harden was coming in here thinking the Clippers were going to give him 2 years, $80 million, well, he's mistaken. It's the exact same thing like the Paul George situation a few years back. Paul George wanted this supermax contract. The Clippers weren't willing to give it to him because guess what? You're not in our plans for the future. And the Clippers said, "Hey, buddy, go." But see, unlike the Paul George situation, instead of trading him at the deadline and getting what you can get for him, and you let him walk for nothing. And guess what? This time, the Clippers and Lawrence Frank learned their lesson and said, no, if we got a guy that doesn't want to be here because of a money issue, we're just going to deal him at the deadline, see what we can get for him, and we'll move on from there. And obviously, they got a really talented player in Darius Garland. Now, I know a lot of Clipper fans on social media have been bringing up about the toe issue he's been getting. Look, he'll get healthy. Yes, that'll be obviously a concern with the injuries. But at the end of the day, when he's healthy and he's playing, he's an all-star level player. And he's a really damn good player too. Again, I was in this Clipper space, and one of the Clipper hosts in the space was arguing about James Harden and Darius Garland and shit like that, and him feeling like, oh, he's well, James Harden is a better player than Darius Garland. Look, yes, we know that. That's the case. But here's the problem. Here's the thing. You need to get younger. And if James Harden came to the table wanting money and the Clippers said, no, we're not going to give you that money, and James Harden's not willing to meet in the middle, well, then what are you going to do? You're going to do the sensible thing, and you're going to trade. I should have said this in the space when I had my chance to talk. You're not going to keep a guy here. In professional sports, when a guy doesn't want to be there, there's only 2 or 1 things you can do. Number 1, you can trade, or number 2, you just basically wait till the contract's over and you let them walk for nothing. Typically, with how pro sports go, if you know a guy wants out, you do the right thing and you just trade him and you get whatever assets you can. Because guess what? That's some sort of compensation you can get. You don't do the stupid thing and let somebody walk for nothing and you don't get nothing to gain from it. That's why I said Lawrence Frank learned his lesson from the Paul George situation. You don't let a player get to the end of the contract and do what? Get nothing in return? And I should have said that in the space. That was the whole point of this trade. James Harden came to the table. The Clippers weren't willing to give him what he wants. And the Clippers were like, okay, look, we're going to do the best interest for you. So the best interest is we're going to have to trade you. And that's what is happening to James Harden. He's getting traded. Now, respect to James Harden. In the 2.5 years he gave us, those were some great, memorable moments. He was definitely a player that, guess what? He was always available for us. He played every damn game, and he did not complain about playing the heavy toll and the heavy minutes he was doing. But at the end of the day, he focused on the money, and the Clippers were like, well, sorry. We can't, we don't see you in our plans for the future. And that's what it is. Plain and simple. I love the move for Darius Garland because, look, you're younger. You get a promising point guard there that, hey, you can make a case, albeit he's still a small guard. He is somewhat of a better defender, really on the perimeter than the post, because Harden was a good post defender as opposed to Garland. But he's a good, basically outside the baseline type of defender. And he's got a really good offensive game. Obviously, the health thing is obviously a factor, but, he's young. So he's talented. And then I just found it out looking through tweets. His father played for the team. His own father played for the Clippers. So you're absolutely getting a player's son who is actually good. Because the last time we did this, we had Doc Rivers and Austin Rivers. And Austin Rivers was not that good. He was okay, but look, he was not that good. You're getting Darius Garland. He's a really damn good all-star caliber player. That's a pretty good deal. And he's young. And look, if things don't work out, you can always give him an extension that benefits him and everything. And then you can look to move him. Or you just let him walk. He's a really good player. So, I don't know why the Clippers space I was in, well, mostly the 2 lead guys were kind of upset by it. Because it's like, look, if you're at the standpoint and you're upset that the Clippers traded away James Harden and you're of the team like he should have just played it out and everything, for what? Play out for what? To find a way to get a playoff spot and then what? Be a first round exit? You're only delaying the inevitable. Why delay the inevitable when guess what? You can still get the same exact results more than likely, but guess what? You're just a little bit younger. And you can build off said young player you just got in a trade. So, what is the point of keeping old man James Harden around to get a first round exit? He opts out of his contract and walks for nothing. No point in doing that. It's stupid. So that's why I'm just of the opinion the Clippers made a good move and you needed to do that move. There's no hard feelings between the two. Mutual agreement. And for the Clippers, I'm happy that they decided to do that trade because guess what? It's a good thing for this organization. It's a good thing, for the future. Because now there is a direction this team can actually finally be headed in. And that's called getting younger and getting some assets to build into the next era. So, look, if you're somebody that is upset, who's a Clipper fan that's upset by this trade, I'm sorry. It needed to happen. Big deal. And again, this is one of the few times I'm absolutely happy with the Clippers. And it's been a very long time since I've been happy with the Clippers. Now we got to get number 2 out the building. And when number 2 is out the building, I'll be ecstatic. Because that's all I ever want. I just want hope again with this organization. I want to love this organization again because under Kawhi, he's made me hate this organization. But gotta give props to Lawrence Frank. He finally made a good deal for once. And the best part is you also get a second-round pick. Because at first, the Cavs were trying to get the Clippers to trade them a pick. No. They had to trade us a pick. And with the way Jaren Jackson Jr. got 3 first-round picks, I'm shocked the Clippers didn't ask for a first-round pick in return for that. They should have got it. The Cavs should have gave them 1 first for that. But whatever. Anyways, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if Harden's going to play on tomorrow night, but we'll see. We will see. I don't think he is. And then I think they're saying Darius Garland, he may not be ready to go until after the All-Star break, potentially. But I don't think this is the first domino to drop. Or I think this is the first domino to drop. I think the Clippers are going to make another move. Maybe they're going to get another ball handler to help out Darius Garland and take some pressure off him. We'll find out. Maybe they go in the services and go to the Bulls because they got a lot of guards over there. We'll see. We will see. But look, I'm finally somewhat excited for the future of this team, and I'm happy. But anyways, I'm going to go over, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts about the James Harden trade and things like that. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go over, guys. Catch you guys later, and we will talk with you later. Till then, guys. Peace.